Hey, so today we're working on bow choreography. I've broken down some of the more basic rhythms that you need, and we're going to be working on or figuring out where they go in the bow. Okay. And once you have learned these rhythms, you can then apply them to scales or improvisation and see if you can get them into your language. Okay. Your playing language. So let's begin with 16th notes, okay? Because they use the least amount of bow. And what you want to do actually is find your 90 degrees, okay, with your arm and your lower arm. So you're not down here and you're not all the way up here, but you're at this 90-degree point, okay? And you're going to be using ever so little bow, okay? So you're wanting to find this Mississippi, Mississippi, 1 2 3 4 down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, that type of rhythm. So you're placing the bow on the string. I'm going to go to my D string, and we're thinking that Mississippi starting down to the ground first, and we're going 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a ready and a stop. Okay, now notice that I'm using very, very little bow, and it's like a little choo-choo engine, right? It's like a train going there. So let's try that again. 1 2 1 and a 2 and a 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 stop. Good. Okay. Now I want you to use this in combination, 16th notes and 2/8 notes. So 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and so you've got your 16th notes, and then for your 8th notes you can use the upper half of your bow. So you're going 1 and a 2. So you've got this Mississippi part or the 16 notes in the middle, and then you're using your upper half to play those 8th notes. 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2. And in the upper half, this is your martelé stroke. So in violin, we have legato or we have martelé stroke. Okay, legato is very connected. Anything that sounds very connected on the violin, slurs, long tones, this is legato. Anything that's of a shorter quality is martelé, like this martelé upper half of the bow stroke. And you also have staccato, spiccato. These are getting much shorter. But this is what we're going to be using the most for right now. Okay, so now you've got the combination between the two. Now let's try the ace with a quarter. So we have 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And now what's going to be a little bit different is we're going from the lower half of the bow to the upper half of the bow. And this is a very interesting transition. You're going to see what's happening here. So we have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So what you're noticing is I'm starting in my lower half and I'm playing 1 and notice it's getting, it's getting a little bit amount of bow. Okay, not so little as the 16th notes. It's getting quite a fast bow stroke. So 1 and those are my 8th notes. And then the quarter note is getting quite a bit of bow. And it's taking us now to the upper half of the bow. So we have lower half, whole bow, upper half, whole bow, lower half, whole bow, upper half, whole bow. And you're going back and forth between these eighths and quarters. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Lower half, whole bow, upper half, whole bow, lower half, whole bow, upper half, whole bow. And you can switch it around and have whole bow and do it quarter, eighth, eighth, quarter, eighth, eighth. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and or whole bow, upper half, whole bow, lower half. 1, 2, ready, play. Whole bow, upper half, whole bow, lower half, whole bow, upper half, lower half, upper half, lower half, upper half, lower half. Great. Now, what's interesting is that there is a rhythm which is an eighth with 2/16, and this is a big little bow, and it sounds like big little. It's almost like the rhythm we just played, because you're playing big little, and it's just a little bit faster. It's taking this bow stroke, big little, okay. You and also, just a side note, the rhythm we were playing before, you can play it with more of a martelé stroke, or you could play it smoother, like I just was. Big little, big little, big little, big little, big. Same premise of big bow, upper half, big bow, lower half, and it's just a more legato sound, connected sound. Okay, so now moving on to this eighth and 2/16, it's that big little bow, but much faster. So within each pulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, big little, 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 big. Okay, now what you want to make sure you do is you can't use the entire bow this time, so we're shortening that, and big little, but the concept is the same, that we have that long bow and we're using more the upper half, longer bow and using the lower half. So it's big little, these are eighths and 2/16. 1, 2, ready, big little, 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 and I'm pretty sure the Brandenburg concerto, there's a concerto that begins big little, big, starting on the G string, and it moves quite quickly. So big little, So trying that bow stroke, great. And now I would love for you to try triplets. Okay, so we've been in the duple world. Duple, think squares. So that's 2, 4, 4, 4, 16ths, eighths. Those are all the duple sounds. But then we also have the world of triplets. Okay, triple, triangles, groups of 3, 3, 3, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so a triplet, you can think of it as saying, you can say strawberry, strawberry, or you could say triplet, triplet. So let's try that. And one of the things that's important to notice with the triplet is that on the one of the strawberry, the beginning of each one, you have to emphasize either the down bow or an up bow, because it's going to change. When you start playing strawberry, that was my down bow, strawberry. And I had these two little ones at the top, and then now I'm going up for my next strawberry. So it's strawberry, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And this is a way for you to keep track of your strawberries when you're playing them faster. So it's 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a strawberry, 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 down and a down and an up and a down and an up. 1, 2, ready, and down and an up, down and an up, down and an up, down and an up. Strawberry, 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 strawberry pie. Okay, good. Let's see, what else do we have? Of course, you have those straight 16ths, but I think I did that right in the beginning, right? You have that 1E and a 2E and that motor. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a do ta data do ta data do ta data do ta data 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a Mississippi, 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 Huckleberry, 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 Huckleberry. Good. Notice that it uses just a little amount of bow right at your 90-degree angle with your arm. Okay, so these basic rhythms are very, very helpful to just start organizing how you play these different rhythms with the bow. So see how that works with your practice, and I wish you lots of luck. Happy practicing. Ciao.